Boop, 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 boop. The time now, according to Bangladeshi clock, is 10:30. According to the atomic clock, it's 10:40. But hey, we're here. Assalamu alaikum, adab, and welcome to Gosh Off with DJ Sam. Tonight, we have some special guests. A very old friend of mine for 2 decades, Janab Sadaruddin.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
And on my far right, he's not a far right activist, you know, he's not a Nazi or anything.
Oh no, not yet,
But
not yet.
Not yet, he's working up to it. He's my little brother, Janab Abdul Salik. Most of you would also know him as the Bhangra Maestro of the Northwest. But, you know, we'll get into these nitty-gritty bits later on. In the meantime, once you contemplate the fact that we're working on Bengali time, I'm going to quickly, you know, pass you on to these guys who will also, you know, sort of expand on the Bengali time. And in the meantime, I'll start sharing this video to the various groups. So whoever wants to take it away, feel free.
Wait, so you go for it.
Well, Salam Bhai, thank you for inviting us again to your show. I think, you know, it's a pleasure to come and see you again here in Rochdale.
Thank you, sir.
Last time I remember I came to see you, it was in Oldham. So today we are here to talk to you about the Hassan Raza Ushab that we are organising.
Oh, before we actually go into details, shall we also mention why we were late today? It's my fault, guys, you know. Sorry, it's my fault, but I'll let him tell you the story.
Well,
it's quite funny, actually.
Like I said, I went to see you in Oldham, and I thought the studio still is in Oldham. Then until when we realized that the shutters are down, so
Nobody's at home.
Nobody's at home, and this is when we got to find out that it's Rochdale. So here we are. Our sincere apologies, folks. Sorry for the delay. Starting this program.
Well, actually, the funny thing is, hello everyone. The funny thing is, before we even set off coming to Oldham, I had it in my head that the studio is actually in Rochdale, because I know you're from Rochdale. So Bicep goes, "What you on about going to Rochdale over the hills?" I said, "Because this is in Rochdale, isn't it?" He goes, No, we're going to Oldham. I said, "Okay, fair enough." So we got to Oldham, shutters are down, lights are switched off, it's raining really bad. We even took a right turn that we weren't supposed to take, and then we got into the car park, realised that obviously this is not where we're supposed to be. So after speaking to Salam Bhai, we found out that he's actually over in Rochdale. So actually, if you think about it, both of us were right, but at the same time, both of us were wrong as well. So it doesn't happen very often that. But we're here now, and hopefully over the programme, we'll be able to explain to you this brilliant idea that's kind of coming to life now, which is the Hassan Raja Festival. But before we get into that, I'm sure Sambai's got a few questions. Or
just a quick one. You know, in the interim, while we actually went live, there was a little delay in actually, you know, for the signal to go out, and because of that delay, we couldn't share, you know, to our relevant pages, group pages. So I'm going to take it one step back. This is the fun bit, you see. We have a YouTube channel, which I will post later on up this evening. You can always go back and find all the videos, every single one archived there. Feel free to share, and if you like it, hit the thumb button. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And what I was trying to say is, because there's a delay, some of you would actually see the video from the point where you missed the greeting bit. So we're going to do the greeting bit just for you. And for those who actually watch it on YouTube, you get greetings twice. How good is that? Buy one, get one free.
Magna, get one Magna.
Get one Magna, yeah. So let's start again. Assalamu alaikum, adab, and a very good evening to you all. Welcome to Gosh Off with DJ Sam. On the bottom over there, you know, just where Salik sat down, you know, on that side there, the studio number's there. We've got a crappy old phone, so if you like to, you know, phone in and ask these fellas a few questions or like to join in the banter, you can do. And also, today's program is all about a historic event that's happening in the Northwest. The event which is the Hasan Raza Utshab, or the Hasan Raza Festival, and the Northwestern is a festival এই প্রথমবারের মতো আমরা নর্থ ওয়েস্ট হইল, and all thanks to these guys, you know, তারা মেইন অর্গানাইজার, আর তারার মুখ থেকে আমরা শুনতাম পারমু যে তারা কিভাবে এই আইডিয়াটা আইছে, এই পরিকল্পনাটা কিভাবে আইলো, কাগজ কলম থেকে কিভাবে এটা মানে পরিণত হইছে, কিভাবে তারা অগ্রসর হইয়া মানে অনুষ্ঠান একটা তারিখ করছে, শিল্পী গোষ্ঠী সব কিছু আমরা জানতাম পারি। তো পয়লা অবস্থায় আমি সাদার ভাইয়ের উদ্দেশ্যে কইতাম চাইতাম যে সাদার ভাই এই আইডিয়াটা খিলাখান আইতো পয়লা
আইডিয়া বাই হইছে কিতা, আমরা তো সবাই গান বাজনার আশিক
ফানা, ইয়েস,
সব সময় থাকি উদরিলাও আমরা গান শুনি, গান অর্গানাইজও করি, অন্যান্য জায়গায় গিয়েও গান খুব আমোদ প্রমোদ করি। কিন্তু একদিন শালিকের সাথে হঠাৎ এক মাথাও আসলাম যে যদিও আমরা বাঙালি একটা গ্রুপ আছে সুরসাগর মিউজিক গ্রুপ, we just enjoy ourselves really, but this time the idea came about যে আমাদের যে সিলেট জেলার বিভিন্ন এলাকার অনেক কবি হল আছেন যারা ভালো ভালো গান লেখা গেছেন, পোয়েট্রি লেখা গেছেন, কিন্তু এরারে আমরা কিন্তু প্রমোট করলাম খুব কম। প্রমোট in that sense যে in a more constructive way which act like an educational program for not only those who were born in Bangladesh but যারা আমরা বাংলা কালচার সম্বন্ধে কিছু জানি, especially targeting those who were born in this country. Then Salik goes to me, I said, why don't we organize something on an annual basis? Then the question is, who do you promote? Obviously, আমরা বৃহত্তর সিলেটের কবি অনেক আছেন, যেমন লিডস রাধা রমন উৎসবয়, it's been going on for a while.
তো বেশি দিন আগে না, কয়েক মাস আগে
তারা তো প্রত্যেক বছরও করেন। And we thought there are a lot of materials in terms of গান, পোয়েট্রি হাসান রাজায় লেখা গেছেন, এবং হাসান রাজার সম্বন্ধে হাসান রাজার লেখার উপরে আমরা এক বন্ধু হাসনাত ভাই ফ্রম ব্র্যাডফোর্ড অনেক ধরনের রিসার্চ করছেন। So we got somebody who specialized, an academic who knows more about somebody who is so popular in Greater Sylhet and rest of Bangladesh, who's done a lot of work. Then Salik went to see him and Kobi Ilyas from Bradford, and from that, from a little discussion, the idea of Hasan Raza Workshop came up. Salik probably will explain you better because he went to a number of meetings that I didn't. So
yeah, Salik. Sure. Actually, Baisab, you know this Hasan Raja Utshab, or this festival that we're trying to do here, I think if we take in just the event, I would say that that's actually a very, very small part of what we're actually trying to do here. And I think for you to provide us this platform to allow us to express ourselves, we'd like to thank you as well, because I think...
Let me get this clear. Viewers, everyone out there, I want to get this clear, and you know, no gratitude required, okay? This channel was born out of necessity. Necessity বলতে আমি একটু হইতাম ছিলাম যখন আমি গান বাজনা করতাম রাফলি 30-35 বছর আগে, আমি সাপোর্ট পাইছি না। আমি সাপোর্ট না পাওয়ায় আমি পিছনে পড়ে গেছি, আর আগাইতাম পারছি না। অনেক সময় আছে প্রায় 10-12 বছর হয়েছে আমি কোনো বাদ্যযন্ত্র না যে আমি আতুর দিছি না। Not that because I don't want to, it's because যে একটা সমাজ আছে, এই সমাজের মাঝে কোনো মূল্য মিলে না, যার কারণে আমি আর আমার অন্যান্য বন্ধুরা মিলিয়া আমরা চিন্তা করলাম যে আইসকাই অনেকেই নানি আসলে মানে মনের ভাব প্রকাশ করতে চায় সঙ্গীতের মাধ্যমে, খালি সঙ্গীতের মাধ্যমে না, যন্ত্র সঙ্গীতের মাধ্যমেও। আর যদি তারার একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম দিতাম পারি, এক সাপোর্ট দিতাম পারি, সাবাসী দিতাম পারি, তাইলে যদিও তারা মানে এই জিনিসটা সারতো না, তারা অগ্রসর হইয়া যাইব ই সাপোর্টের লাগি, কারণ আমরার বেলায় ই সাপোর্ট আছে। আর এগেন ফেসবুক ইউটিউব বিভিন্ন সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ার মাধ্যমে আইজকাল কত সুবিধা দিয়া দিছে। আইজ আমরা আছি এখন বর্তমানে রচটেন, কিন্তু সৌদি আমেরিকা বিভিন্ন দেশ থেকে আমরা মানে ফ্রেন্ড বন্ধুরা তারা দেখরা, ফ্রেন্ড বন্ধুরাও দেখরা, যার কারণে আইজকাল মানে এই জিনিসটা আসলে মানে কঠিন ব্যাপার নাই। অনেকে লাইভ ভিডিও করে, সবাই লাইভ ভিডিও করে, ক্ষমার বেশ। পার্থক্য অতটুকু যে লাইভ ভিডিও করার পিছনে কোনো একটা মাহিত্য, কোনো একটা কারণ থাকতে হয়, কোনো একটা দিগন্ত, কোনো একটা দৃষ্টি থাকতে হয়। আর আমরা দৃষ্টিটা হয়েছি কিনা যে আর্টসের মানে লোক যারা আছে বা আর্টস যারা পছন্দ করে বা ভালোবাসে তারারে অগ্রসর হইতে দেওয়া, যার কারণে সালিক ভাই no need for gratitude.
No problem.
It's my pleasure.
No,
seriously, it's my pleasure.
Well, I think what we're highlighting here is that either opportunity Amra Northadi is far and is few. So if we could get more of these kind of platforms across the Northwest, then obviously Amra isolators that are community of Halasoin, they will have the opportunity to express themselves. But anyway, going back to talking about the Hassan Raja Utsav, like Sadar Baisab is here, I'm here, we're both from Burnley. The other two people that are involved with this is Hasnat Bai and Ilyas Bai from Bradford. Now, with Hasnat Bai Sab, I've got a longer relationship with him because I know of the work that he does, and I'm somebody who's born and brought up in this country. And believe it or not, I always get this from people where they say that if you're born and brought up in this country, why are you into this Handi Bashon type music? But the thing is, end of the day, for me, it's my cultural identity. It's something that belongs to my heritage. It's something that I'm really, really fond of.
I need to shake your hand.
No, absolutely.
I need to shake your hand. That's beautifully said.
So a lot of the times when I go into some environments or some circles, people are genuinely quite surprised. But obviously, going back, Hasnat Bai is somebody and Ilyas Bai is, these are two people, honestly, believe it or not, they are, they're jewels. These people have been doing research for many, many years, and it's not just research based on something that they're interested in. They're also trying to uphold our culture, our heritage, our identity, and all that kind of stuff. And it's not just something that's exclusive. It's also trying to look at ways of how me as a British-born Bangladeshi can also contribute to what we call British society. Because what I believe is that me being a Bangladeshi that has this particular art form or this heritage or this culture, I believe that this is now also part of what we call British society, British culture. So going back, Hasnat Bai is obviously somebody that I know. When Sadar Bai Sab approached me and he said, look, there's an event that we'd like to do, I straight away thought this is the perfect opportunity to actually start the ball rolling when it comes to establishing something that will be quite fundamentally strong within the Northwest. So I said to Baisab, I said, look, what do you think about this idea of an annual festival? But we didn't think about who this annual festival would be on. Right. After speaking to Hasnat Bai and Ilyas Bai, we came up with this idea that Hassan Raja would be perfect for us to kind of explore and let other people know about, because within Hassan Raja's music there's the folk element there, there's the Sylheti Basha that's there, there's the instruments that we all love to hear, they're there, and obviously the melody is specifically coming out of the Sylhet region.
The beauty of it is with Hassan Raja's poems and songs, they're so metaphoric.
Yeah.
He might be singing about flowers, birds and insects, but at the same time he's metaphorically connecting with the creator.
Well, this is the beauty behind Baul songs and Baul music and folk music.
More spiritual.
More spiritual. And we have to understand as well that the writers who wrote these songs, what level of education did they have? What level of spirituality were they actually trying to delve into? What is it that stirred their emotions to actually write those pieces of music or those songs or those poems at that time? Now, if we were to reflect back on those pieces of music, we believe, or what we see, is that the metaphorical sense within these songs is on multiple layers. So you can either take it upon yourself, you can take it between you and your creator, you can take it from a religious point of view, or you can just take it as like, I'm just going to enjoy a song. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do with the assistance of us. See, the thing is, we have 4 people here who are very, very skilled in their own backgrounds. Like myself, I up until quite recently, I was working as a creative director for an arts company, and I've been doing that for 15, 16, 17 years. Sadar Baisab is somebody who's a very, very strong community activist, who's fundamental in and absolutely paramount in the Burnley area. He's also currently, if I'm not mistaken, he's chairing the Lancashire BME network, which is not a small thing. Hasnat Bai and Ilyas Bai, they're very, very prominent in the field that they're working in. So what we decided to do was not only just a festival. See, the thing is, what we've done, if you look at the post, if you go onto our Facebook page, yes, we do have a Facebook page, Hassan Raja Utshab UK. Go on there, like it, share it again, and then share it again and again. Well,
as a matter of fact, tell your nana and nanny to share
everybody
it as
to
well.
share it. What we thought was, this festival has to be something that's quite significant, and we have to look at this from a professional point of view. The reason why we're saying this is because from our experience, we go to many, many musical shows, and the musical show is brilliant. We have good entertainment, we enjoy the day, we come home, and then that's it. There's a full stop placed on it. Where's the sustainability in this? Where's the legacy in this? Where's the education in this? So this is the reason why, if you look at the poster, this has been described as the launch of the Hassan Raja Festival. What we're trying to do is plant the seed or the idea into people's head as to what it is that we want to do. So hopefully when you turn up on the day, there will be some presentations, and in those presentations, actually we'll talk about a little bit of this today.
Yeah, sure.
Once this presentation is basically done, you guys will be able to understand where we see ourselves in the next 3 years. Because from experience, from the work that we do, if we didn't bring those skills, knowledge, experience and all of that, and try to feed it back into our community, into the people that we live around, the people that we've grown up with, then who else is going to come and do that? So what we're doing is we're almost treating it as though we're bringing everything that we've learned outside in the big wide world and bringing it back to this community in Burnley, and trying to see whether we can deliver some of these professional qualities that we have within ourselves.
You see,
through this.
the beauty of this is, it's not just Burnley, because Burnley is like a prominent place where we have a lot of Bangladeshis living there, and you're also going to affect the surrounding areas as well, as far as Rochdale, Manchester, and dare I say the northwest.
Yeah.
So what you're doing now is a pioneering, movement that inshallah, people will, sort of take on and, keep the banner going.
Can I just say something based on that? I think what we're looking for is to lead by example.
Brilliant.
What we're trying to do is lead by example. If we were to just go into a little bit of the kind of thinking behind what it is that we're actually trying to do, I'm sure Baisab's going to jump in here and help me out here as well, is that we want to deliver this launch event where we want absolutely everybody to come down and enjoy, the wonderful music of Hassan Raja that's going to be put on display. But through, like I was saying before, through the presentations, you will understand that we have a longer vision. We have a longer kind of idea of what it is that we want to achieve. And if I just really quickly go into that, what we're looking to do is give you guys this idea that after this launch event is done, we will then go away and try and look at opening the floor so that we can get like-minded people from other parts of the UK to be part of this Hassan Raja Utsav. But not only that, we're looking to develop possibly a business plan that looks at the 3 years of how we're going to develop and what we want to achieve within those 3 years. And some of those things, just really off the top of my head, we want to actually design, say for example, like an educational program that looks at Bengali culture and heritage and language, and basically goes into schools and delivers that, so that young people, not just from a Bangladeshi background, but from other backgrounds, can understand what Bangladesh is, what Bangladeshi culture is, and how important, for example, the language movement was within. Absolutely. Going on from that, we want to look at, say for example, a musical program that looks at how we take Hassan Raja's music, for example, and kind of look at working with other communities using not just traditional Bengali instruments or Bengali folk music, but looking at trying to create some kind of an understanding between different communities by using music to do that. What we also want to do as well is hopefully set up a dedicated web platform So there's a website there. On that website, we want to archive many, many things, not just about Hassan Raja, but also, like Baisa was saying, other huge names that were writing fantastic material a long, long time ago. But through that, I'll just go and talk to you about one particular thing about this website. We want to dedicate a particular section called Slice, and it's not a slice of pizza that we're talking about.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm going to try and put a smile back on your face again. This whole idea of Slice is basically abbreviated, yeah? So Slice represents Specialist Leaders in Cultural Education.
That's clever.
And there is a lot of people in the UK who are actually working towards trying to establish Bengali culture, Bengali heritage, Bengali language, everything that's to do with what the Bengali, say for example, the people that came into this country many, many years ago, and kind of trying to look at the sustainability of our heritage and our culture and everything. And what we will do through that platform is give those people the opportunity to host some of their work, maybe host some of their ideas. So we're looking at several things that we want to build into this business plan, and another thing that we want to build in there is an international links as well. Going on to talking about something else, we know that as generations start to develop in this country, maybe the third, maybe the fourth, maybe the fifth, may not see Bangladesh as a viable place for a holiday to go and settle down in, etc., etc. Maybe through this festival we can teach young people and other communities the beauty behind Bengali culture, the beauty behind Bengali heritage, and then maybe they'll say, you know what, I don't just want to hear about it, I want to go and experience it myself.
Wow.
So these are some of the things or the ideas. I know it might sound really exaggerated at the moment, but me personally, I believe we have the skills, the knowledge, the experience, and the confidence to hopefully make that happen. I've been talking a lot. I'm going to take a sip on the tea by some
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Before Sadabai goes on, I just want to acknowledge, we've got quite a few comments, and I'm just going to try and, sort of go through them as quickly as possible, because I don't want to, sort of disappoint you guys, and at the same time, I don't want to, strain these guys, because, their time is valuable, and I really, really appreciate them coming all the way from Burnley here. So, Jackson Mia, one of our regular viewers, he's always in the field.
Brilliant.
He's always, marching with the torch. Salam to you guys. Welcome salam.
Walaikum salam.
Muhammad Shahzan, again another one, regular. Welcome salam to you. But we've got Idris Ali Bhai. Fantastic event, the legendary Hassan Raza. Good luck and well done to all the organisers. Thank you very much. And the Chinese Bhai.
Acha.
We call him Chinese Bhai because his name is in Chinese.
Oh, brilliant.
But he claims he knows me. And I think I know him, but I don't know exactly who he is. So, he's Chinese by for now, until I actually find your identity. I've got private detectives working on it right now. Right. Not being rude, who are the guests? Well, by now you must know who they are, because I've introduced them twice. Rewind Bow Selector. Let's see, who else? Oh, you guys are back. Keep it freezing. It kept freezing before, Idris Ali. Restart the app, bro. I think that usually, sorts the problem out. Rikomia. Main man Abdul Salik.
Rikomia, oh, brilliant. How you doing?
Yeah. And Habibur Rahman. I can't see what he sent. I think it's a thumbs up. Jackson Mia. Everyone who I have invited to this live feeds, can you all share this page and invite all your friends to your friend list? Thank you very much, Jackson Mia. I know I can rely on you. Always on the field. You're killing it, bro. Habibur Rahman, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. Oh, we've got Gori Didi as well. Gori Didi is watching.
Oh, brilliant.
Adab Gori Didi.
Adab.
We've got a few other top bananas. Sanubai. Assalamu alaikum Sanubai. And obviously we have one of our superstars, Yamin Chaudhry.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker, that one.
Yeah, he's saying Hazrat Abdul Salek, Jamni Wala, what's happening? It's an internal joke, by the way.
An internal manig, yeah, on Facebook. Sambai is always following our banter because He says
It's entertaining.
your titles just get longer and longer and longer. But the thing is, we pay homage and respect to each other.
I mean, sometimes it's so much respect, I have to take a few deep breaths to actually read it.
Well, actually, Shagar Bhai, Yamin, he's going to be turning up on the day. I think later on in the program we'll discuss who's going to be coming and everything. But he's looking forward to it, and sometimes we have to go to working professionals, people who work in the music industry, who work in the music field, to share ideas with, to kind of get suggestions back. And Shagar Bhai is somebody that I always go back to. I call him Murshid Qibla, yeah, but obviously there's a bit of banter there, but I know that anytime I go back to somebody like him, because he's performed with so many big names, so many leading artists, not only in Bangladesh but also in this country, it's great to have a friend like him who you can always go back to and share ideas, and then every suggestion that he gives back is always a brilliant one. So we're looking forward to hosting him on the day as well, and we'll go more into that.
That's
as well.
fantastic. We'll go back to Sadar Bhai, and sorry for the interruption.
No, that's fine. Odo khaitam assalam salam bhai je salike hoisin je shobar dawat je not this event is not only for the residents of Burnley, it's for everybody from the northwest. Apnara shobar dawat inshallah amra holo boro ase apnara aiba shobai. It will be a pleasure to see you at the event. Ar odo khaitam assalam je Salike to hoisen je amra long term objective kita. Obviously, personally for me is the education side of the program. Jeta to age Islam je amra je bhobishyote je generation of যারা দেশে born and brought up in this country, they probably don't know who is Hassan Raza is, who is Shahab Karim is, who is Radha Roman and so on. I think those আমরা যারা মিউজিকের সাথে জড়িত আছি বা যারা শখ আছে, it's our duty,
it is
in a way, to promote those famous people from the land of Sylhet who wrote so many songs, so many poetry, that it needs to be portrayed to the next generation in this country. Our secondly, international links that are salika hoisin. Yes, this is what we want to do, not only to organize thing in Burnley. Jodio Burnley আমরা launch করলাম প্রথমবারের মতো in a winter day, if you will, but ideally events like that will be promoted
this
in
is
summertime so that
by the way guys, I'm sorry I cut Sadar Bhai up here, not cut him up in pieces, I'm not a Hoshai, but I interrupted him because we've got some munches in front of us, and it looks like তারা যেমন শরম করে খাইতে। এটা is a golf shop, এটা তো না the news at 10. So please,
no, that's fine.
Please.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I'll lead by example.
Yeah. So যদিও আমরা এটা লঞ্চ করলাম Burnley এই মাসের শেষের দিকে, কিন্তু who knows, and who said it's going to be just in Burnley? The next annual event could be in Manchester, could be in Rochdale or Oldham,
Because part of the element of what we're trying to do is also tour this, to take it into different places as well. So
I mean, actually one of the questions that I did actually have is look at the future of what we were doing, and I was hoping that I'd leave it at the later segment, as in towards the end. So the way about initially about the culture, and by China soon, but those of us who are quite old, we have grandkids as well, and the reality is অনেকখানি আমরা বাংলাদেশের কালচার সম্বন্ধে এমনকি ফুরা মতে বাংলা মাপতেও পারে না। আমরা যারা first generation, second generation, third generation আছি, some of us are lucky enough to have had spent time in Bangladesh, therefore আমরা গ্রামীণ জীবন আমরা এনজয় করছি, আমরা গাঁও থাকছি, পুকুরে হাতড়াইছি, মাছ ধরছি, এমনকি দান খাটাতে গেছি, মাছ মারাত গেছি, কত আনন্দ। These things are amazing. It's like a lifetime experience. Most of our kids, the new generation, they've never had that. এমনকি এমনও ফ্যামিলি ওখানে আছে যে মানে গাঁৱৰ বাড়ি সাইডিয়া শহর বাসা বাড়ি করছো, তো যারা শহর বাসা বাড়ি করছো তারা এই মজাটা আসলে ফাইদা না, গাঁৱের যে একটা মজা খালি গাঁৱৰ মাঝে you know the sound of crickets, it's always sort of kind of clicking and ringing in the background. It's quite soothing. It helps you actually go to sleep, funnily enough. Whereas town, you don't get that because of like the strong electric lights and the hustle and bustle. There's hardly any place for these things. Nature is in the village. Nurture is in the towns and
Well, and
cities.
I think a lot of the যারা আমরা লেখক আসলাম বৃহত্তর সিলেটের যেমন হাসান রাজা, রাধা রমন, করিম শাহ, এরা সবাই দেখবা গ্রামের যে এরা নেচার আছে না, প্রাকৃতি, ওটা নিয়েও গান বাজনা খুব বেশি দেখছেন তারা। এবং এটারে আমরা দইরা তোলা ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। আর হইল গিয়া যেমন ওই জন্য ওই দেশেও বিশেষ করে ইংল্যান্ড কিছু লেখক আছেন আমরার মধ্যে, যেমন আমরা
looks like we've got a caller.
ইলিয়াস সাহেব, ওল্ডামের ইলিয়াস আলী সাহেব আসলা, ব্রাডফোর্ডের ইলিয়াস আলী সাহেব, বা আরো আছেন অনেক কবি সকল যারা গান লেখন, কবি।
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Khe huida, khoitone huida. Oh, Oldham wala. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, yes. আমি আসলে মানে আরফটু যদি বাস করে আমি নাইসে উঠে গেলাম না।
Okay, first of all, I'd like to, salam and,
Alaikum salam.
to your two guests. I've managed to watch as much as I can. My phone kept freezing, so unfortunately I couldn't, get the full. But I have listened to as much as I can. First of all, I'd say that they're doing a wonderful job, and I wish them all the best of luck. And
Thank you, myself.
I think. Sorry, Mr. Fuka.
No, go on, carry on.
Yeah. You touched on. Firstly, I just thought it was just a music thing. Then you touched on a few things about the culture and other things, which is really important. And as you know, or somebody I've got the Facebook page I Love Bangladesh, and that's purely what it's all about. Educating our youngsters, looking back at our heritage, and looking back at what we should be proud of. And there are many things, including Hassan Raza, that I myself don't know much about it. So it's going to be an education for myself, for other people as well. And it's a great initiative you're doing, and hopefully you get as much support as possible from everybody. And you've been watched by lots of people because you've got 5 big clients both on MBN and ILB page. Very much after Hookah.
থ্যাংক ইউ ভাই। আমরা খুব খুশি যদি আপনি আইতা পারেন নাকি 28 তারিখ বানলি।
Unfortunately, I have got another event on that day. I'll try my best, but I don't think I'll be able to make it.
Right.
But if I can meet up with you another time, if you do any other event, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, definitely.
The only way to make up for it is this way. The only way to make up for you not attending is you'll have to buy us all a round of Sanasur.
A round of Sanasur?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're cheap. Good.
No problem at all. They're welcome anytime.
আচ্ছা ইদ্রিস ভাই, obviously এটা তো আমরা প্রথম করলাম না নি হাসান রাজা উৎসব, it's a launch, and we intend to repeat it on an annual basis throughout Northwest and maybe beyond Northwest in the near future. In the meantime, we are looking for people like you to join us, because at the moment it's just 4 of us who are the interim kind of organizers,
Like a steering group.
yeah. We would like many people like yourself, talented people, to join us for future planning and future events organizing, as well as contributing at a strategic level so that we can deliver what we want to really do for this program.
Inshallah, I will do my best. I'm involved in a few things. That's why I just can't commit that much time. Inshallah, I will do. But if you want talent, you've got the most talented person sat next to you in Karambai. So he's
Don't put me on the spot.
I thought he was talking about me.
I know. I was like thinking, yeah, quite right.
very multi-talented person. So inshallah, like I said to you, the sort of things that you mentioned, I've got similar views on it. inshallah. Well, like I said, I'm involved in so many things. I do various voluntary activities and other things as well. That's why I can't really commit to it yet. But whenever I get the chance, I'd love to help you out.
Well,
thank you, Ed, thank you.
I think what we'll do is we'll organize some kind of like a meeting where it's convenient for everybody, not to look at who can get involved, even if it's just to sit down and share ideas and thoughts and opinions. I think we should take that opportunity now that we're here on a platform expressing ourselves, and then somebody like you calls. We'd like to welcome that by saying, you know, any opportunity that we get to sit down to have a chat, absolutely we should take that opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. One thing I would say, I know you're doing it at Burnley, which is very good, mashallah, that's fine. But if you can, like you said, move it about. And Oldham, I know I don't want to go on about Oldham, but Oldham is like a central point within the Northwest, I would say, where there's like a big, amount of Bangladeshis that living here. And it's like, I would say, I personally think it's a central way where lots of events happen. If you can do an event in Oldham, it'd be great. And I'm not being biased towards Oldham, but obviously I live in Oldham myself, so if you
You
can
just
do that.
defeated the object in this by. Foala von Horace my hair, Huida Kunantano Huida, the Gaislam Shama Huiso, Oldham Walla. So you killed the bias there, bro.
Oh, no, please don't put it in bias. Bias, no one like that. No, to be honest, nothing against wherever you're hosting. To be honest, we don't want to be hosting in the same place all the time. That's another view as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the fact that you hold it in Burnley is another way it's a really good thing, because the residents of Burnley and all that, they're also silent in one I have to understand. So I'm very, very happy that you've been in Burnley.
I think you're right as well, Idris Bhai. We will, you know, like Sadar Bhai was saying, we are looking for, you know, ideas to come forward of how we can actually create some kind of like a tour package so that we can take it around. But actually at the same time as well, it's not just Burnley. If you look at East Lancashire has always been classed as a cold spot when it comes to arts related activities or anything like that. So because we are from Burnley and we're from that part of the country, what we're also looking to do is because we know there's a lot of talent there as well, and it's about finding the right kind of platform to express those things. You know what I mean? So I think you're right. Definitely there will be opportunity for us to take it elsewhere. But I think, you know, okay, I'm going to make a deal with you, yeah? Until you come to Burnley, we won't take it anywhere. So you need to come to Burnley first, yeah?
Especially Oldham.
Coming to Burnley is not a problem with that.
Absolutely. Brilliant. There you go. It's done and dusted then.
I am gutted that I can't come to the event.
Yes.
So, inshallah, I will try my best to attend future events or come to Burnley
No problem.
another time.
No
Well,
problem.
So, I'll leave it to you. Good luck with the program.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Good luck with your event, inshallah.
Thanks,
Thank
myself.
you. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Unofficially, I'll add this much. Because I've been involved with I Love Bangladesh for the past 8 years, one of the passions is Bengali culture, education, advancement, not in terms of social economics, and you know, জাতি হিসেবে আমরা কিভাবে অগ্রসর হইতাম পারি, go beyond the negative stigmas.
Yeah.
So in line with that, you know, it just made you know, like he was playing coy. He didn't want to, you know, sort of come out, you know, with a full commitment. But unofficially, I can say this much, you know, you have our full support. You have our full support, and I'll just let you in on a little secret, a failed project. Going back quite a few number of years, আমরা Oldham একটা অনুষ্ঠান করছিলাম. I think it was in the Queen Elizabeth Hall, and ওই সময় 18 বাংলা chair আইসলা, and I posed a question to the guy. I said, dude, why can't we have a Boishaki Mela in the Northwest? And he actually said, and I quote, he actually said, that is a fantastic idea. I think we should hold one in the near future. And based on that, you know, like, I did try and, you know, like, talk to a few people, try and get it off the ground, and, you know, get a huge venue like Heaton Park, you know, because that's like central in the Northwest, and it's a huge open field. But due to various different constrictions, we couldn't move any forward. But with this, because there's a solid, it's it's got a good foundation.
Mm.
We can build on this, and maybe we can even incorporate something like that in the
See,
future.
the thing is, you know, because of the work that I do, because of the work what BICEP does, we're very much connected with, say, for example, our local council. We have good knowledge of, you know, national funders that are around. We have good knowledge of partner organizations and individuals that we can work with, only because we've been doing it for the past 10, 15 years. So what we're trying to do by you know, starting with something like this is to slowly then start to kind of make this Hassan Raja Utsav almost like a bit of a household name. We want it to become part of East Lancashire's yearly calendar, so that people out there know that at this time of the year there's a Hassan Raja festival that takes place, and it's not just for the Bengali community to come and get involved.
It's for the wider community.
Absolutely, we'd like to get everybody involved so that they can come, they can share. You know, like part of the this business planning. People are like, "What's a business plan?" Business plan. What we're trying to do is, because in a professional capacity, these are things that we write, things that we design. Why don't we do that for something that's relating to our culture, that will kind of almost solidify this idea that we have, so that it becomes quite solid in wanting to move forward. You know, we have people that we work with who make a living out of writing business plans. Why can't we get those people involved and become part of this steering group to say, well, any kind of support you need on that side, that's what we want to do. You know, just really quickly going back to talk about our international links. Hasnat Bhai and Ilyas Bhai, because of the work that they've been doing over the number of years that they've been involved, as you know, in, say, for example, Bengali folk music, they have very, very good links with the official Hassan Raja Museum back in Bangladesh. They are already communicating with us and very happy with what we're trying to do here, and looking for opportunities of how we can actually start to make that link together. Now, in the beginning of February, straight after this event finishes, I'm going over to Bangladesh, and part of my visit there will be to kind of have a holiday, but also to kind of start to establish those links and meet face to face and express some of our ideas and look at how we can actually bring those two things together. Because wouldn't it be brilliant that if we were to sit down and see if we can get, for example, public funding? I mean, because there's, you know, there is a lot of it out there, to develop, say, for example, like a Hassan Raja symphony, which is almost works like a bit of an orchestra that tours this country in the local festivals up and down the country. And then what we do is, there's a Hassan Raja Utsav that takes place over in Bangladesh, in the Sunamganj area where Hassan Raja is from. What's wrong with even wanting to take this Hassan Raja UK symphony over to Bangladesh and perform over there?
That's a
And
fantastic idea.
the reason why we say that, or why I'm saying that, is because this is something that I do in my job. We set up groups, we set up bands, we set up orchestras, and we tour the country. I'm now saying these skills that I have, I want to bring this back to, say, for example, my culture and my heritage, and establish something like that. Now, so, you know, sometimes even I think about it as like flipping it. That's a big idea. That's something that's quite huge. And, you know, can we actually achieve this? But I guess we got to all start somewhere, and it starts obviously in your head. But then as soon as you start talking with like-minded people like Sadar Bhai Sahib, yourself, Hasnat Bhai, Ilyas Bhai, and, you know, like Idris Bhai that just called, the feedback that you get from these people almost gives you even more confidence that, you know what, I've got the right people around me, and we should try and make this happen.
Even with the negative comments, it gives you a challenge to overcome and look at possible barriers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I think it's about time that us as a Bangladeshi community, because we have been established in this country for long, and you know what, this is our home, this is where we live, this is, you know, this society is what we're part of. And what we will try and do is bring our kind of cultural identity and heritage and see how we can, you know, I know there's a buzzword going around, community cohesion, but this is exactly what we're trying to do, is kind of almost
invite people
other
to
communities.
come and have a look what's happening in your kitchen.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, anybody that comes and gets involved or comes to spectate will see the beauty behind what it is that we're trying to express here.
And the other thing is, you know, people who are sort of living in this country, Bengali community I'm talking about, not everybody is fortunate enough to go to Bangladesh every year.
Yeah.
Right? So all the events, cultural events and big things happening in Bangladesh, yeah, basically we are copying the similar thing on a smaller scale in this country, so that those who can't go and enjoy things over there, there's something here for them as well.
Just quickly, you know, like in the late 50s or say mid 40s, when our grandparents, our parents You know, the first migrants who actually came over.
Mm.
The usual term would be, or the usual method would be, they would come on merchant ships, and they'd either do a runner from there or disembark, as in officially say, this is my last stop. And back in those days, this is exactly what they did, because they worked hard, they played hard, and some of these things we saw, like growing up, and we saw, like I was born and raised in East London, and there's a little documentary that a friend had actually posted on I Love Bangladesh. It's only like, I think it was under 10 minutes, and it shows, about the early settlers and people who actually sort of kept in touch with their roots, as in they worked long hours, they socialized, the way of life, and they had music and culture. Bangla, Lekhavara Shujutubita, Mohtob, Masjid, etc., etc. And this is no different. Now that we have a huge number of our people, you see, the newer generation have actually outgrown us. How can I put it? Beyond our sell-by date kind of people. And with that, they're losing some of the cultural identity. And through this, poetry and music and, an insight into our heritage, our culture, we can reignite that flame and keep it going for generations to come. That's fantastic. I'm just going to quickly, go through a couple of comments. Muibur Rahman, Toblawala.
Oh yeah.
Is watching. Muibur Rahman bhai, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for watching.
I think Pav's watching as well.
Is he drinking?
Pav, hello, hi Pav.
Is he drinking pina colada on some sunny beach or something? Because it's difficult to tell with this fella.
Yeah.
He's taking exotic pictures all over the shore.
Yeah.
Now there's this guy who's actually hitting the angry button. Dude, the angry button is on your right hand side. The like button is on your left hand side. Bash that. Or has your fingers gone numb? I don't know. Moving on. We've got, let's see. Will there be any food at the event?
Do you know what we will provide is tea and coffee and biscuits.
There you go, Chinese mate. Tea, coffee and biscuits. Don't expect too much unless you want to do the catering.
Absolutely.
Get in touch.
Can I just read a comment here?
Please.
Yeah, there's somebody here saying, is your team doing anything to restore Hassan Raja's house in BD?
I was coming to that.
My response to that would be, Gorbari Bala Nayamar. What else can I say?
Gorbari Bala Nayamar. See?
So it's been
Nailed
like
it.
this even during his time.
Absolutely. I think what this brother's saying, I think he makes a valid point. I think I don't know, I mean, I'm reading between the lines here. To restore his home is to restore something that's got great significance, okay? I know, because I've been there, last time when I went there, they are in the process of restoring part of that house to become the official museum for Hassan Raja. So there is work that's happening on that as we probably speak. How quickly that's going to happen, how long it's going to take, we don't really know.
Which home though? Is it in Shunangmoj?
No,
or
it's the one in Shunamganj. I think he has a grandson there at the moment who's kind of spearheading all those ideas. He's somebody that's been in contact with us quite a lot. Somebody by the name of Shamarin Dewan. He's basically very good friends with Hasnat Bhai and Ilyas Bhai, and they've been communicating quite a lot. So there will be things that you'll see in the future on our page, and possibly coming back to Sam Bhai's page, where we go and record and bring footage and archive back and then share it with the communities here as well.
That's
because some people won't get the opportunity to see, for example, you know, in a lot of his songs, and you'll see in our logo as well, that there's this idea of a bird cage. What did this bird cage look like? What was this bird cage? You know, even artifacts that belong to him, as in his clothing. You know, there's so many different things there. So part of my task when I go to Bangladesh is to record these little bits of footage, speak to some people who are in the process of archiving even more, and then bring that footage back and then sharing it with communities in this country.
Please bear in mind, viewers, that Hasan Razad's মিউজিয়ামটা এটা আসলে একটা ন্যাশনাল ট্রেজার এখন আমরা দেশে বাংলাদেশে আসলে এটা ডিক্লেয়ার করা হয়েছে যে এটা ন্যাশনাল ট্রেজার আমরা এটা বাট আমার ই বাইয়ে যে তাই প্রশ্ন করছেন যে আমরা মানে হাসন রাজার গড় দুয়ার এটা ঠিক করা নিত কোনো এটা সাহায্য করবনি এই প্রশ্নের উত্তর আসলে আমরা নিজে না গিয়া না দীক্ষা আর ফান্ডিং সম্বন্ধে না বুঝছি আসলে এই উত্তরটা দেওয়া খুবই কঠিন কারণ এমন হইতে পারে খালি আমরা বাংলা সরকার তো they have differing priorities, so obviously something like that wouldn't be a priority, but if needs be and there is a lot of interest, we could probably like sort of set up a trust fund or something to look after that piece of heritage. You never know, but these are early days, baby steps. So that's my response to.
And I think what we're actually looking for is any kind of connection that we can make between the Hasan Raja Festival in this country and the Hasan Raja Festival in Bangladesh, and to start to look at this link where it becomes more of a friendship, so that we can develop that. So any time you take away the business element and develop friendship, then you're looking at the long term rather than the short term, and that's something that we're trying to do.
It's just a quick idea, earlier on we were talking about Fakir Lalmia, the guy's from New York, isn't he?
Yeah.
The Bronx. I'm just thinking, maybe through this we could partner up with him and his group and do an utshab over there.
And get a free visa to America is what you're looking
Possibly. I mean, Donald Trump, beware. Ageism is coming for you. Yeah, just quickly mention a couple of other comments. I've got my brother from another mother, Paul Snickers, Turner. Bro, if you don't understand the Bengali bit, text me later and I'll translate it for you. He's my Malai Kulfi, and I'm his Gulab Jamun. It's a weird thingy relationship, but hey, it works. Right, okay. Sonia Ahmed. Salam everyone, finally got hold of your show. Fantastic. Looks like you're not working this evening, or are you Hamsuri and watching it at work? Dun dun dun. Don't know. Let's see. Oh, Paul Sneaker says, EJ bro, hello man. Hello to you. Sorry I got, we were chatting about important things, bro. No Malai Kulfi and no Gulab Jamun. Right. Let's see. Someone's not happy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, he's been bashing the like button so much, his finger moved to the right by accident. And he probably realised that's why he stopped bashing the angry face. Let's see now. Oh, Jackson Mehuida. To do a boy shaking Mela, there's a problem because we don't have any big platform or field to host a Mela. Anything in the northwest had big massive field like Weavers Park or Altabali Park. Altabali Park is actually quite small. It's literally like
less than an acre land.
Yeah, it's like a football pitch, and it's I used to live in the area, so it's a very small park. Amda Rosteller kita parkın nam kita Springfield. Springfield is a good park, but shops are best to go, if we can manage it and if we can get some good partners, strong partners, involved. This is where our Asian MPs and councillors can come in handy. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. You guys can help us out on this. Let's see. Sasa, you're going to sing a Hasan Raza song? Batiz, I already did 2 lines. Dolis Mia is watching. Balanir Bhai. Let's see. Oh, Mahbubur Rahman is watching as well. Yes. Lovely. Oops. What's going on here? Jamal Mia is watching. Jamal Mia, thumbs up, bro. Let's see. Oh, we want pulao. আমরা Chinese way pulao haitaba instead of biscuit. That's not happening, bro. Unless you're cooking the handi and bringing it over, I'll serve it here personally. Oh, Amdar Asma Hatun, she's a poet. She's like the female Nozrul of Amdar Ashfash. What sort of biscuits? You think it about rich biscuit ni? Now isn't it a rich tea?
Well, I can assure you that you won't be a smart price one.
There you go, Asma Hatun. You know, they're pulling out all the stops here. Let's see, Arkita. Oh, with meat. Time kuida pulao with meat. Bare ba. Bichi shock home na dawa bichi. Oh, Jackson me with a custard cream ba. Not plain biscuit. Dark chocolate digestives. Wow. Okay. Abul Azad, Boishaki Mela would be amazing if they could bring this up north, as there are many amazing huge fields where it could happen with the right people. Salih, get it sorted, brother, and make sure that you are dipping hobnobs in your tea.
Oh.
Right, okay, let's quickly get through these days. Haybrook Field. Haybrook Field is a bit too small. Haybrook, rather than doing on Haybrook, I think we'd be better off in Springfield. Amdallah Mia Shabe Dekhra. Assalamu alaikum. Sohanullah Shabe Dekhra.
I haven't seen you for ages, Lalba. You should come to Burnley to that event. It'll be an opportunity to see you again.
Amdar Mohammed Rasul Dekhra. Thank you, Rasul Bhai. And oh, Mina Ahmed is watching as well. Go on, we've got all the, you know, like all the top bananas. Well done. So, shall we quickly touch on the artists?
Brilliant.
Who's coming on?
Actually, do you know on the side of you there, but there's actually a poster for the event. Just on your left hand side there. There.
On my left hand side. I've got such a big side. I need to figure out, you know, which left hand side. You know, which angle. It's 90-degree left.
Yeah, so if you have a look, obviously all the publicity has been designed, all the posters have gone out.
I don't think anyone can see it, so I'm gonna give them a close up.
Yeah, sure. And
don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's only me.
If they wanted to know more about what's happening on the event day, we also have our own Facebook page, Hassan Raja Utshab UK. If you go onto there on Facebook, you can find a lot more information about what's happening on the day. As far as the artists are concerned, obviously between the four of us, when we first sat down to think about who should we invite to bring up, obviously by looking and watching, Bangla TV and Channel S and all of that, you start to kind of build your own favourites as to who you think performs really well, whose delivery is really good, and then musically, who you'd really like to kind of engage with and partner with and ask them to come down. See, one of the things that we did when we initially thought about the artist was that it's not supposed to be just a one-off thing. And it's not just, we're going to invite the artists, they're going to come perform and go. We've actually been actively taking suggestions from the artists as well. So the way we want to deliver the event, we're portraying those ideas and information to the artists, they're feeding that information back to us. I mean, very rarely will you get a Bengali music event where we send out a list of songs and then ask them to pick some from there and let us know which ones they want to sing so that we can build an actual program. So the artists that we bring in, there's a female artist. She's actually one of the leading artists in the UK at the moment, Shatawdi. She's absolutely brilliant. She's not just performing in this country but internationally as well. Her style is very good, it's quite unique and it's very, very powerful. So she's one of the artists. Another one of the artists is actually one of, everyone's favourites, Amir Muhammad Vaisab.
That guy has a soulful voice.
His style is very unique, and as soon as he starts to sing, you know that he's going to pull some strings. Do you understand what I mean?
It's like, shut up and listen.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's going to be one of the artists that's going to be coming and performing. We have what I class as somebody who's like an emerging talent from the UK. Even though he's been doing it a very, very long time, we have Omid there, who's not just a folk singer, but he's classically trained as well. We know that he's a really, really good musician as well, so he's going to be supporting all the artists, but also singing as well. And then obviously we've got the one and only Shagor Bhai coming as well. He's going to be
that is just plain and simple rude. You don't say Shagor, you say
his name is
Fide come in.
Title Bijilamba.
No,
I'm para pura
Guys, do you guys have time?
No,
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, they have time.
He has many titles, which I've assigned to him. Whether he likes it or not, these are kind of almost going to get inaugurated and confirmed on the event day as well. But he's coming to provide, the rhythmic side on the day. And another reason why we pick them is because we know they perform together all the time. So to have that unity between the musicians is also
they
very,
have chemistry already.
Absolutely. So they perform all the time. And believe it or not, guys, this is one thing that we're trying to establish through this event, which we don't usually see in other events as well. This is the process that we went through. Hasnat Bhai and Ilyas Bhai chose 25 songs, and we forward those to the musicians and the artists. And from there, each of them picked 5 songs each. They sent us those 5 songs back, and this is what will happen. That a lot of the time, from experience, we've noticed, we attend events, there's people singing, and it's brilliant to watch them perform, but the lyrical content, what we call textual analysis, nobody's actually given me that. So what we will be doing is, in between those performances, Hasnat Bhai and Ilyas Bhai, they will bring out some of their lifelong research and deliver that to the audience as well, so that we can understand who wrote this song, Hassan Raja, what did he write, why did he write it, what is he actually trying to say to us through these pieces of brilliant poetry or creative writing. We're thinking that this is an opportunity that we actively are informing and educating the audience. Not when we say "Luke bole bole de gorbari bala nayamar," what is he actually trying to say through those lyrics? And this is where Hasnat Bhai and Ilyas Bhai, who have years and years of hard research that they've done, for them to take the platform to explain to the audience what these actually mean. So we're going to be doing that in between all the artists as well. So basically, while they're singing, we want to break up this musical period with very, very short verbal presentations, in allowing the audience to understand what we call, the content of the song, the lyrical content. So hopefully we believe this is something that's quite new, that's going to be happening, and we want to do that because then that gives us even more evidence and ground to say that we need to develop an educational program.
And we felt this is very important because we all go to musical events, listen to songs, we move ourselves, all right.
Dip our feet every now and then.
Yeah, and this is without even understanding the meaning of what we have listened. Yeah, so I think this is the first time, in a way, personally, I'll be listening to the presentations after each and every songs in terms of what the writer is trying to say through the lyrics of this music. And this is an area I think we want to highlight to the audience so that they understand the writing of Hassan Raza.
Just quickly, obviously we have 3 fantastic artists. I mean, I can say Shatabdi Kaur she's got a lovely melodious voice, it's like bewildering, even mesmerizing. And Amin Mohammed Bhai, the guy, I don't usually watch Bangla TV, but when I know he's coming on, I just, squeeze in between whoever's sat in the settee and, watch it, because the guy has a really soulful voice. And I mean, to be honest with you, Amitra, what's his name? Omid Day. I'm not quite familiar with his work, to be honest with you, so I'm really looking forward to it.
But I'll give you my word.
Go on.
That, trust me, he's a brilliant artist, brilliant. His style, his delivery, the way he engages with the audience is absolutely brilliant. And I can almost be sure and say to the audience that's watching here tonight and that's going to be turning up on the day, that the musical presentation will be absolutely brilliant, because from the feedback that we're getting from the artists, they are very much looking forward to this actual event that's taking place, and the feedback that we're getting from them gives us even more confidence again, because they're saying we want to be part of something like this because this is the start of something great, hopefully. So they're really excited, and when someone's excited as a performer, you know that when they get on stage they're going to give it some well. So hopefully on the day, the performance will be absolutely brilliant. And the other thing that I'd like to add to that as well is that when you come on the day, guys, trust me, when you see the way we're going to arrange the stage, even from picking a company to provide the sound, like a professional company that will be coming along, they'll be providing the sound, you know, the way we're going to arrange the stage, I'm sure that everybody will be part of this great festival that's beginning, but hopefully be coming back every year, year after year, year after year. And I think what I was trying to say with the artists was, this is not the only time that they're going to come. We want them to keep coming back, and a lot of the times
to be part of the festival.
To be part of the festival. And you know, sometimes even though you're a singer or a musician, look, we go to so many festivals, yeah, but we don't perform at all of them. We want to be part of it to make it a success. And this is also where we're now inviting other artists to turn up as well. Maybe not to sing on the day, but just come and give us that support, because we'd love that support to see other musicians sit there and give us their feedback, their ideas, and then hopefully we can move forward all together.
That brings me to my next question. You know, I was leading up to with the three main artists, and I was thinking, do we get any surprises from any local artists?
Well, Baisal can talk to you about the local artists, because he's been working quite hard with them.
Okay.
No, I think there will be, yes. I think the main showcase of the Hassan Raja songs that we have chosen will be by those artists we mentioned just now. And beside them, yes, there will be some local talent there. Again, singing Hassan Raja songs, different to the main artists. And right at the end of the program, there's going to be like a group sung by everybody.
Like a chorus, a chorus performance.
Performing.
I was going to say, you know, like, do we get a chance to, you know...
Absolutely.
Of course,
Absolutely.
yes. Of
Absolutely.
course, why not? Do you want to mention the...
Yeah. We've got a special feature as well, guys, and I think this is something that we all should be quite excited about. Recently, we come into contact with somebody by the name of Ruhul Amin. Ruhul Amin is a British filmmaker from London, Bengali background. He's been making films for the past, if I'm not mistaken, at least 15 years. He's worked for the BBC, he's worked for Channel 4, he's worked independently. What Ruhul Amin Bhai has done is he's actually taken it upon himself as an independent filmmaker I've seen the clips, nobody's seen the clips, I've seen the clips, and you know, on the day we're actually going to be officially screening what we call the first premiere, as in the trailers of the Hassan Raja film, the epic film, the actual feature film. And believe it or not, guys, you know, when I posted this first on our Facebook page, everybody thought I was having a laugh, because Mithun Chakrabarti,
I did as well. I'm like thinking, oh, it must be a parody. Probably, you know, like sort of picked Mithun out, what's her name, Shushmita?
Yeah.
Picked her out from another movie and then put a background on her. I'm
Yeah.
like, I was having a laugh with her. I was like, really?
The legendary Mithun Chakrabarti is acting as Hassan Raja in the
Wow.
movie. Yeah? This film has taken over 10 years to make. Ruhul Bhai has spent 10 years of his life, his professional life, producing this film. And I can tell you guys that from everything that I've seen, there's not another production like this that's actually been produced from a UK independent filmmaker working in partnership with artists in Bangladesh and in India.
In Calcutta, yeah.
In Calcutta, yeah. So even, you know, I'll let you into some things. Kumar Sanu was one of the artists that was singing on the soundtrack.
Playback,
Do you know what I mean? Bapi Lari was the musical director. Huge names have come forward to help Ruhul Bhai make this a success. And we'll be screening the film on the day. You'll see some exclusive trailers, you'll see some exclusive teasers as well. You'll get a feel of what the movie looks like. You know, look, I come from a theatre background myself. The choreography and the cinematography that's been used in this film, believe me, in what we as UK born young people see in, say for example, Bangla cinema, this will totally blow your mind. The film will be screened on that day. Hopefully, if Ruhul Bhai can, he's going to try and come up to the event. Okay, he's actually going away to India very soon. I was just speaking to him today. We, on behalf of Hassan Raja Utsav UK, want to thank Ruhul Bhai for giving us this opportunity to allow his material to be viewed in that kind of way. You know what I mean? Sometimes people are very sentimental about their work, they're very protective over their work. He got in touch with us and said that the ideas that you guys are coming forward with is exactly what should be happening as far as preserving your culture, your heritage, promoting it, and also looking at ways of how we can merge with what we call mainstream society here in Britain. He's an independent filmmaker, he's got tons and tons of experience, he's got other material that will be coming out as well. But believe me guys, trust me, this is something that you all going to want to come and watch, even if it's not to come down and listen to the music, because obviously everyone's going to do that, but to even watch that film, some of the scenes within the film are very, very heart touching, but at the same time, you know, he's got his own musical expression. You know, there's so much that's been put into this. It's absolutely fantastic, and very soon you'll see this film be launched not only in India but in Bangladesh, but also in the UK as well. Maybe, you know, England will get, you know, a really nice visit from Mithun himself, who knows. But we know that Ruhul Bhai has been kind enough with his marketing director, you know, Romuz Bhai from also down in London, who have given us this opportunity to put this film or the screening of these trailers on during our event. So Ruhul Bhai, you know, I'm sure you're probably watching this or you will be watching this. We'd like to thank you, and then also we'd like to wish you all the success that you can get from this film. We're behind you 100%. We'd like to see you produce more of this kind of work, and anything that we up north here can do to help you make this a success, by all means just pick up the phone and let us know.
Yep.
And you know, and we'll try our best to help you make this film a very, you know, great success here in the UK. So I know Samba is looking forward to it, because even private message me, he goes, "Are you sure Mithun's in this film?"
Yeah. To be honest with you, when he sent me the link, I watched it, and I thought, you know what? Someone actually took a lot of time, you know, like working on this, because it looks genuine, but I just couldn't believe it. I just thought, nah.
Because I think Bicep just saw the posters, didn't you? The poster design. So he thought, I think, someone's photoshopped this and just put Mithun's face in the middle. But it is true, Mithun Chakrabarti is acting as Hassan Raja throughout the whole film. This is a, you know, a full feature film with many of Hassan Raja's very, very famous songs that are going to be, you know, it's like a proper Bollywood kind of, what do they call them? Like a musical.
Musical.
And I wouldn't say it's to do with all of his life, but he will be picking up, you know, throughout the film you'll see that there are very, very poignant points in Hassan Raja's life that are being explored through the film.
Yeah, great. So, right, would you like to add anything?
No, I think everything been said, and I think, like I said before, everyone is invited. Come and join us.
So,
and enjoy the show.
guys, come and join us at the Stonyholme Community Centre, Burnley, Bravo Bravo 101 Alpha Foxtrot. That's your postcode. For people like me who can't even go anywhere in their own town.
And I think if Jadi are another information janta sign, then please do get in touch with us. Amra number say the number
Number I say on my page on the poster. There's a number there.
Yeah.
You can harass him or you can harass him.
Yes.
You know, take your pick, or harass them both on a conference call.
And another thing that needs to be mentioned as well is that, you know, a lot of the times these kind of programs or Bengali musical programs happen and they're all privately funded. You know, this is a Hassan Raja Utshab UK kind of production that's in partnership with Bangladesh Welfare Association that's based in Burnley, and they've attracted funding. You know, I wouldn't say it's a lot, but they have attracted some funding from the National Lottery. So it's all in partnership together, and the reason why we're doing it in this kind of way so that we can build a track record to say who we are, what we're capable of doing, what our vision is, so that we can move forward with people like, you know, Bangladesh Welfare Association and organizations like that, like-minded organizations that are working very, very hard to hopefully try and establish some kind of sustainability within the Bangladeshi community. So you know, like what Bicep was saying, you know, look, you don't have to be Bangladeshi to attend this event. I've been inviting, excuse, the term, every Tom, Dick and Harry to say, look, come, because we know there will be parts of this program that you will enjoy. But even if you didn't understand the lyrical content, music, one thing that we know, it has no boundaries. So you know, a lot of the times we listen to, you know, Hindi music, we listen to Arabic music, or we listen to, you know, Spanish music. It has no boundaries. Why? Because music kind of, you know, within itself is something that shouldn't be contained in that kind of a way. So we are inviting a lot of people to come down. You know, hopefully some of our friends and colleagues that come from a more theatre background, they'll also be there as well, because we're starting to develop ideas and future plans with those guys as well. Hopefully once the event is being delivered, you'll see there'll be filmmakers there who are going to be covering the whole program. There'll be people recording, so you know, so that we can start to develop and establish our dedicated YouTube channel. There'll be, you know, people going around and interviewing others, so that we can compile this bit of a documentary that we'd like to archive on our website, to say that this was the first ever Hassan Raja UK Utshab being delivered up in the north. And then what we can do is we can reflect back on this in a couple of years time and say, these are the kind of things that people kind of came back to us, this is what we did, this is what we achieved, how do we kind of move forward from there? Because I think everything that we do here is going to be a learning opportunity, not just for the audience, but for the people who are planning and delivering this event as well.
Fantastic. Brilliant. So, I'm just thinking, you know, like, the phone line is still active, so if anyone wants to give us a call, you know, just to have a chit chat with these guys, or if you want to, you know, like put a point through or question, feel free. And in the meantime, I'd just like to say, you know, that this is definitely one of the first of its kind in the Northwest. And even though it's Burnley based, I use the broader term the Northwest simply because, like Salik Bhai has actually mentioned, you know, there has been privately funded various different shows. There are, you know, like small independent pockets of, you know, various different events happening. Most people don't know about it because they actually keep it within a kind of, you know, like abbreviated, their own circle, if you will. So this is one of, you know, one a kind of event where it's open to all. You don't necessarily have to be Bangladeshi. You can be any Deshi.
And it's a free event.
And it's a free event.
Yeah.
You get tea and coffee, and
Hobnob.
well, maybe hobnob if you're lucky, but at least you'll get, you know, a rich tea.
Yeah.
See, look, just by looking on the screen, we've got, you know, I'm just going to give a quick shout, yeah, to people like Abdal, you know, a friend of mine who's watching, you know, from home. Abe, I want to see you at the event. We've got people like Shahjan from Newcastle, Sunderland side. Bro, we want to see you come down to the event. You know, we've got friends like Moinul Bokta. Come down, you know, well, not come down, you need to come up to Burnley. You know, Batiza Amiruddin, you know, Gortige Boy Amrat program on Dekhra. Batiza Tumia Ibai, bring everybody with you, because at the end of the day, look,
it's a family event.
It's a family event, and do you know something that I always say to people as well is that, because I teach music in schools, yeah, it's not about making people into superstars, pop stars. It's about learning about culture. It's about learning about heritage, and then, you know, expanding your idea on what this music is, what is being trying to said through this music. Because, you know, some of us, don't get me wrong, we listen to music for enjoyment, and others, they listen to music for, you know, to get an insight as to what the writer's writing, what is he trying to explain. He's describing his surroundings, he's describing his emotions. So there's, you know, music touches people on so many different levels, and I know that this event that's going to happen here, this is the start of something great, inshallah, and it'll only become great if we get people like yourselves come in and supporting this program, and then hopefully you'll see that this becomes like a household name, not just within East Lancashire, but just like how Sambai is saying, throughout the whole Northwest, because we do have big plans, we do have big ideas, and hopefully slowly but surely we'll start to put these ideas into effect, and you'll see that this Hassan Raja Utshab that started in Burnley with the help of our friends over in Bradford start to become something that's recognized not just regionally but also nationally, and then possibly internationally as well.
Thank you very much.
Sound like a bit of a politician idea.
No. No, it's spot on. It's exactly what I would have said.
I mean, these are some of the objectives of this.
Very positive indeed.
And actually, asta program mata ami bangla matisi na to o foila friend bondhu hozonder online dekhe muke de bangla ichhe.
Shame on you. Just quickly, you know, like I'm gonna put one particular viewer under the microscope. This particular guy, he's been hitting the angry button for the past hour. I'm just thinking, bro, or sis, whoever you are, because I can't tell your gender from that fake picture, is that if you don't like it, dude, do one. We don't want you here. Or if you're pressing the like button and it comes up as angry, you're pressing the wrong button, mate, altogether. Like I say, this is an open channel for everyone. If you don't like it, there's loads of other live streams. There's Babe Station, so on and so forth. Go and watch that if that tickles your fancy. You know, don't hijack my show, bro. Do one. And on that note, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
No problem.
And
Thanks, Faisal.
you know, it's a shame. Usually, you know, like a few people either text me or put questions on. But today everyone's just listening, which is a good thing, which is a very good thing. Amdar Lal Bhai, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Lal Bhai.
Amdar Hasnat Bhai, he's just come on online as well.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, Hasnat Bhai Sahib is somebody from Bradford. He's one of the 4 that's helping start this up. Hasnat Bhai Sahib, you're watching. I know you're at work at this time as well, but you'll be able to catch this later.
Yeah. He's also shared this the post as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he actually did it in Bangla as well. Thank you very much, Faisal.
And Hasnat Bhai, he's got a pen name actually, Kakon Fokirtanonam.
Really?
Yes, so if you want to go and look at some of the work that he's been doing, some of the research that he's been doing, he posts on his Facebook page all the time. If anybody fancies having a read, it's actually very, very interesting. And I use that as a page to learn a lot of my Bangla as well, because obviously we didn't get that kind of education. But then after I read it, I'm always on the phone with him as well, trying to understand what he's actually trying to say, because he's a very deep person himself as well.
Sometimes I bet he regrets, like putting things up, thinking, oh God, Salik's going to be on the horn any
No,
minute.
Baisab's not like that with me. No, obviously I can't read his mind, but I'm sure he's not like that. But Baisab will be there, Hasnat Bhai will be there on the day, Ilyas Bhai will be there on the day. We've got our famous Oppo Chowdhury who's going to be hosting the day. He's going to be hosting with his wife actually, because they're both performers.
Like for those of you who don't know who that fella is, he used to be on BBC Lancashire, weren't he?
Yeah, he was a radio presenter on BBC Lancashire, and he was also quite instrumental in some of the films like Kita Failam, Kita Oilo, all these that were happening. So, and he's a theatre practitioner, theatre lover himself, and we have a long-standing relationship with him as well. So he's going to be coming down on the day and hosting as a double act with his partner, his wife.
Cool.
So Bobby will be coming as well and hosting the day. I've confirmed that with them, because they're very busy people themselves. But obviously they can't miss a show that's happening over here in the northwest, and especially in Burnley. And for those who've never been to Burnley, trust me, guys, you're gonna love the countryside. You're gonna love the hills.
Just fingers crossed it doesn't snow.
Well, it won't. No, we've asked that it doesn't snow.
Yeah, you've asked it.
Yeah, we've asked it. Yeah.
You put a request in at the Met Office.
Absolutely. Yeah, Michael Fish is trying to sort that out for us at the moment.
Something fishy going on here.
So, I think we can't, reiterate it more, is that we'd love to see absolutely everybody turn up. Yes, there is a capacity for how many people we can fit in the hall, because otherwise it's a health and safety issue. But look, we will try and find a way in a safe...
As long as you guys don't start and, just do, stomping and all that stuff,
yeah,
it should be safe.
But we will accommodate everybody that comes down. I'm sure everyone's going to have a really, really good time. And you know what? It's also an opportunity to meet with friends that you haven't actually seen for a while. A lot of the times we go down to the Boishaki Mela in London and we bump into people that we haven't seen in a long time. I later on found out that because everyone's working really busy throughout the whole year, they use that day as an opportunity for all the friends to get together. Maybe this Hassan Raja festival becomes another one of those opportunities.
That being said, I haven't seen you, Salik, in 4 years?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, probably even more. Shame on us.
But I guess we needed an excuse, and this is the perfect excuse to kind of, work together. And Sambai will be here on the day as well, guys.
Inshallah.
Hopefully he's going to try and stream the program throughout the day.
As a matter of fact, before all you guys get there, I'm going to try and get there first.
Brilliant.
Because otherwise, if you all take the best seats in the house, I've got hearing problems. So that's my excuse. I've got eye problems and hearing problems, so I need to sit in the front.
Yeah. So guys, I think another thing is, like this page, MBS, like the page. These kind of programs happen all the time. it's not just about coming and watching and listening to what's going on, but it's also, you know, Samba is providing an information service here. He's advising people of England who are on Facebook here and possibly in other parts of the country and the world that, look, there's an event going on, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. So we'd like to thank Samba as well for, you know, for taking us in.
Please.
And you know, allowing us this platform so that we can let you guys know what's in store for you at the Hassan Raja Festival over in Burnley.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No
Let me
problem.
shake your hands again.
Again.
Sir?
Shake
Yeah.
your paws. Yes. Well, folks, you know, you've heard it from the horse's mouth, what's going on. And oh yes, very important question. Ikano poster আমাদের লেখা দুপুর 1টা থেকে বিকাল 4:30 পর্যন্ত। এটা কি বাঙালি টাইম, লাইক আমরা যখন স্টার্ট করছিলাম না, এটা মানে প্রপার অ্যাটমিক
No, it will look proper.
It's a proper time.
If everybody can get there timely, we will start the program for as close to 1 o'clock as we can, and we're trying to start within 5, maybe 10 minutes within 1 o'clock.
So essentially what you're saying is you're going to try and prevent me from going boop, boop, boop. The time now, according to Bengali time, is 1 o'clock when it's 1:45.
No, it will start at 1 o'clock. The reason why we're doing it during those times is Sunday is a good time during the day for it to be a family event. We want to finish for 4:30 because we know a lot of people that turn up or that will turn up will also be having to go to work as well. So we've kept that
It's
time.
payday as well.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, we'll be there from 9 o'clock in the morning, setting everything up and whatnot. As soon as you guys come, I promise you, we will be hospitable. Yeah, we will be hospitable.
You might not get full out with meat in it,
Yeah.
but you'll get sa and ta.
And nobody has to worry about parking. There's ample parking around the back of the community centre. It's just off the main road, which is Danes House Road. You just go around the back. So there's tons of parking space. If anybody needs any, say for example, like disabled facility, as in like a lift because the event is upstairs, we have all those facilities there. So everybody, please do come down, guys. After we say this one more time, I bet Samba is going to shake our hands again. But
No, since you said that, I'm not going to shake your hands.
so, I mean, everybody come down. Baisab, do you want to say something finally, or?
No, I think we covered almost everything really. Just need to see you guys there on 28th.
Brilliant. So, with your permission, not your permission, your permission, I'd like to close the show for this evening.
And thank you for hosting us.
Thank
No,
you.
the pleasure is all
Thank
mine
you.
and theirs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Go on, then I'll shake your hands once more.
3 times a charm, eh?
Oh, 3 times the charm. Thank you very much, folks.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant. It's been real and informative. It's been fun. It's been a good laugh to having a dig at that negative fella, whoever he is. I'll look him up. I will find you. I have a particular set of skills. What film is that from? Anyway, never mind. That's a different topic. I shall see you guys very soon. Oh, on next Wednesday's program, there's 2 possibilities. I could either talk about electric vehicles, the future of motoring, or if I'm lucky, I might have a young chap who is a very keen scientist, which we shall see. Until then, Allah Hafiz, Adab, have a good evening.